What I'm quite clear about is what we've seen since October the 7th, and not just what happened in Israel on October the 7th, and by the way, those hostages should be released, but the awfulness was happening in Gaza. 33,000 people have lost their lives, men and women and children. 13,000 children have lost their lives. And we saw in the last 48 hours, 7 aid workers, 3 British, being targeted. You know, not 1 car, not 2 cars, 3 cars by the Israeli Defence Force. In my view, the fact the government's not publishing the legal advice, one can only draw one conclusion. I think the government should be pausing all sales of weapons to Israel. I think we should be holding to account the Israeli government. Rishi Sunak claims to be chums, best friends, special relationship with Benjamin Netanyahu. Where's the evidence? We're using that influence to put pressure on the Israeli government. And I worry every hour this war goes on, forget every day, more innocent people are dying. We've now got a situation where aid workers are dying, not just innocent men, women and children in Gaza. Foreign aid workers are now being killed by the Israeli Defence Force. It's got to stop.
So an immediate halt to all exports?
Well, I can see no reason not to. The government's had now weeks to publish their legal advice. They've not published it. Unless they publish the legal advice today and it shows there's no breach of international law, we should halt all sales.
And will you be putting pressure on Keir Starmer to commit to that?
Well, look, it's not about me putting pressure on Keir Starmer or anybody else. The Labour Party is not the government. The Conservatives are the government. We have one rule for the Labour Party in opposition and one rule for the Conservative government. Right? The last time there was a Labour government, I was in it. And Gordon Brown, a few days after Israel went into Gaza, called for a ceasefire. The last Labour Prime Minister went to the United Nations and got a motion passed for a ceasefire, and there was a ceasefire. The government now is a Conservative government, and it's Rishi Sunak and the Conservatives who should be held to account, not the Labour Party in opposition.